We are pitching tent here at Odinga's homestead at his Opoda farm, and I can tell you a lot is happening at this moment in preparation for the final journey, which begins now. Now, if my camera person Jones can direct the camera to my left side, those are the military pallbearers preparing to receive the casket. Remember, the casket spent the night at his home as is required by Luo traditions and customs. So it's inside the sitting room. Then it will be brought out here, ready for that final journey to the Jaramogi Odinga University of Science and Technology, where the funeral service will be taking place. A lot of military presence here. Remember, they are in charge of this process. And what you are seeing now is the flag that will be draped on the casket. Remember, he is being accorded a state burial, something which is only equal to a head of state or a former head of state. If the camera person, my camera person Jones, can also pan towards the gate, you can see police outriders which are preparing to escort the body from here at his homestead all the way through Bondo town and finally to the Jaramogi Odinga University of Science and Technology grounds, where the burial service will be taking place. So a lot is happening here, and as you can see at the gate, military officers coming in. Everything is on standby, ready for this final journey. A huge send-off for a man who is known as the enigma of Kenya politics, the father of democracy, who is also fondly known here in his homeland as Jacom, Baba, Tinga, Nyundo, all the names that you may use as a sign of the respect and the admiration he has. This morning, while coming to this place, there were multitudes of people who are going to the Jaramogi Odinga University grounds. They started heading there as early as 4:30 this morning. Coming from Bondo town to here, there are also people who are waiting on the roadside just to pay their respect to a man whom they remember and treasure as their son. Now, just to paint a picture of what this means this morning, and given what has been happening in the last few days, starting with Kisumu yesterday, where most people were disappointed they were not able to get a chance to view and pay their last respects to Mamboleo, and then from Mamboleo to here, at least the people of Bondo and the larger Siaya County will have the opportunity to see the man they so much treasure pass through and heads towards the Jaramogi Odinga University for the service, which will be attended also by dignitaries led by President William Ruto and other high-profile leaders. This service will be presided over by the Anglican Church of Kenya, which is in charge of this service. And after this service, the procession will move to Kang'o Jaramogi, where the burial will be taking place. And once he is lowered to the ground, there will be that chasing spirit ceremony, which is expected to be presided over by elders according to Luo traditions and customs. Abakar.
Well, Apollo Kang'o, before I let you go, we saw Kasarani, we saw Nyayo Stadium, and the passionate following Raila Odinga had, the pure expression of love. How is the situation like? Have the security forces contained that as Raila gets his befitting final send-off?
Well, since last night, and perhaps this has surprised many people, starting from Kisumu, where they were expecting there could be chaos, there could be push and pull, but that did not happen. Here, starting this morning, I can tell you, and not just this morning, starting last night, there were candlelit vigils which were being held at Bondo town. People were dancing, celebrating, and mourning their man. There are some who are overcame by grief. And even as early as this morning when we were coming to this place, we saw some border guys who are crying on their motorbikes because reality has hit them that this has happened, and the man they love so much is finally gone. And today is a day they will be paying their final respects and bid farewell to the son of this homeland. Abubakar.
And Apollo, as a senior political affairs reporter, you have covered Odinga in your journey yourself as a journalist. His death is a dint to what is the maze of Kenyan politics, isn't it?
Sorry, I didn't get your question, Abubakar.
Apollo, you have covered Raila Odinga. You have covered politics of the country for the last decades or so. This is a politician who has everly been present in Kenya's political landscape for nearly 3-4 decades now. His death is a dint to the political space, isn't it?
Yes, there are a lot of questions. Once this process is over, given Odinga is gone, what next for the country's political landscape, given his this immense presence in the country politics, because Kenya's politics is not politics without Odinga. He has been the key figure, the central figure of Kenya's politics, and more so opposition politics. There will be no doubt a huge vacuum given his towering presence for close to 3 decades on what he has done and achieved. And therefore there are questions talking to people here who are asking, what next for us? This is the only man we have known as our leader. We don't know what next. He has been the glue for his political bastion. He has been the glue for his party ODM, and for this region, which has a near or a fanatical following, almost like a cult behind Odinga himself. So there are those questions, and political pundits are watching keenly to see how this moves forward. How can anyone fit in his shoes? Of course, not given the achievements that he has achieved. A new figure has to emerge. Who the figure is yet to be known, especially for this region, which has been left with a leadership vacuum. As you can see behind me, a lot is happening. The military police are taking over. The pallbearers are in place. Any time now, the body will be leaving the house. Remember, this is a state burial, and he has been accorded full state and military honors. His casket, remember, it has been draped with the national flag. And what you are seeing now is the final stage. You can also see the religious leaders are also in place, ready for the commencement of this crucial and symbolic burial here. So what we are waiting now is for the casket to come out, and then it's loaded into the military vehicle, and it will be escorted by police outriders who are just positioning themselves outside the gate, ready for this process. So the military here, the military police have taken over. What we are waiting now is for the body to come out, and then it's loaded, and the procession begins to the Jaramogi Oginga University of Science and Technology. So these are the pictures you're getting live. You can see there one of the military pallbearers holding his portrait, just preparing to start off this crucial day. And they want to keep time because given the number of people who are expected to throng the grounds and the number of leaders expected, they have to do everything in order and on time, given this service is supposed to start exactly at 9 a.m. and end at 1 p.m. thereabout before heading for the final stage. So at this point in time, we are just holding on to wait for the body to come out. Remember, from this homestead outside there are hundreds of supporters who are waiting to pay their last respects to the former premier and ODM party leader, Raila Odinga. Abakar.
Well, thank you, Apollo Kang'o, for that. Those are live pictures from Opoda Farm, where the remains, the motor